10-year-old Jaden Koss thumbs through picture books from when he was a baby. While he can't remember, he knows this was the time when he and his mom narrowly escaped death.
This is the ruins of our house.
We're watching a very dangerous situation unfold.
Jaden and his mother, Kelsey Schroth, were home alone in their Greensburg house on the night of May 4th, 2007. She wasn't paying attention to the weather, but her family was. They kept calling and telling her to take the baby and get next door, where there was a basement. Next door, Dennis McKinney was waiting for Kelsey and Jaden while watching the storm approach.
I was yelling for him to hurry up. The glass blew out on the south side of the house. I turned around and started running down the basement steps that were right behind me.
He couldn't wait. The tornado hit.
It was too late. Went to go open the door and it wouldn't budge. It was just the pressure.
Kelsey took Jaden and hunkered down in a closet, grabbing a mattress for cover.
Pretty soon you just start hearing the walls crack and baseballs coming through the window, and then everything went dark.
Next door, Dennis and his 13-year-old daughter hid in the basement bathtub.
But I thought it was going to come through on top of us, and so I'm praying for our safety. And my daughter never once prayed for us. She just kept praying out loud, asking God to protect Kelsey and her baby.
Greensburg took a direct hit from the EF5 tornado.
Right over here, there was a small pile of rubble.
Today, Dennis walks on the concrete slab where Kelsey's home sat 10 years ago. He remembers crawling out of the rubble of his own home and seeing complete devastation.
I just thought they were dead because there was nothing left.
But then he heard a voice.
I can remember I heard people walking around in the rubble, and I just started yelling. I said, "We're here, please help us, please save my baby."
Neighbors jumped in to help, pulling little Jaden and his mom from under the only part of the house left.
And pretty soon, Mr. Hedrick pulled some things back, and there was this little boy there, about 9 months old, and his eyes were this big around, and he wasn't crying, and picked him up, and we were looking him over, and he didn't have a cut or a scratch on him anywhere.
While Jaden may not remember, just hearing his mom tell the story brings tears to his eyes.
It's okay, Bubba.
A decade later, the emotion of that day remains.
We're here by the grace of God, basically. We definitely had some guardian angels on our side that night.
And I always thought miracles were something other people got to see, but we got to see one.